Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, and for most of you it probably is because this is only my second video, I hope you'll enjoy what I'm about to show you. In the title, I said that I was becoming JLO for the Super Bowl, but in reality, I'm actually showing you the process that I went through to become JLO for Halloween. Using the Versace jungle dress as inspiration, I created my own version for my Halloween costume, and I also did my own makeup, so here's a little disclaimer. For all of you professional makeup artists and drag queens and beauty influencers out there, I am not a makeup artist. That is not how I make my living. I am a fashion designer, and that is what my channel is mostly about. I want to take you through the projects that I work on for myself, for my clients, and everyone in between. And I hope I can show you something and teach you something and we can learn together. So without any further ado, here is me becoming JLo for Halloween / the Super Bowl. So what I'm doing here is sketching out the Versace dress, or the way that I see it to be, so that I have a reference when I'm drafting my pattern. I took my measurements off camera and I wrote them all down on that sheet of paper that you saw me sketching on. And with those measurements, I was able to plot all of my points on my drafting paper and begin drafting my pattern. You'll notice that I'm drafting my pattern without the use of any blocks, and that's simply because I've been doing this for a while, and a lot of the time I can make a pattern without having to use blocks. I just go off of measurements. So I decided to draft this pattern as a dress attached to a panty or a brief. So it's kind of like a bodysuit with a dress consisting of a top and a skirt. So right now I'm just cutting a nude illusion tool insert that's going to go between the bust points, just to hold that area between the boobs together so that I'm not falling out, even though I don't have any boobs, but you know what I mean. Now what I've done here is I've taken my skirt pattern, front and back, and I've slashed them. Typically you would slash your pattern pieces and tape them to another piece of paper, but to save time, and because I only had less than 3 hours to make this dress, I just slashed the paper, placed it directly on my fabric, and went straight into cutting. Once all my fabric pieces were cut, I went over to my serger. I serged around all of the raw edges so that they wouldn't fray as I was working on them. Once all my fabric pieces were serged all the way around the raw edges, I went over to my single needle machine and started piecing the pieces together. Obviously, the real Versace dress is a couture, luxury, high-end piece, and mine is really just a Halloween costume. I wasn't so concerned about what the inside of the garment looked like, as long as the outside looked really good. So this is a black neoprene fabric that has this embossing on one side, and I used it for the panty in my costume. I really liked using this neoprene because it has stretch and it has thickness, which is perfect for meaty tucks, if you know what I mean. And here all I'm doing is serging in my elastic all the way around both leg openings. And what I'm doing here is serging around the hem of my skirt so that I can go over to my single needle machine and finish my hem. Now I'm serging in an elastic to the waist of the panty, which I've attached to my skirt. So now I'm sewing in an invisible zipper because I thought I would need it to get in and out of the garment, but because there was so much stretch in the panty and the circle skirt in the waist of the skirt allowed for the garment to stretch out, I was able to just slide into it and slide out of it really easily without even having to use that zipper. I also found these really cute gold buckles with pearls all the way around them, just in a stash that I had, and I thought it would look really cute with this dress, so I sewed it on. And I didn't like the look of the pearls after the garment was done, so I painted the pearls black with black nail polish. And here I am with the finished garment being all extra in slow motion, like, who do I think I am? After my costume was done, I went over to my friend's place where he had already started his makeup process, and he helped me get started with mine. As you can see, he's gluing down my eyebrows, and what that does, if you don't know, is it basically holds your actual eyebrow hairs down so that you can put makeup over that and create any eyebrow shape that you desire. And if you're wondering where my hair went, I took it off. I don't actually have my own hair anymore, I just wear hair pieces and wigs, and the last one that you just saw me wearing, I actually made myself. So maybe if you'd like to see me make one of those pieces, leave a comment below and maybe I'll film one of those videos for you. So now you can see that I'm drawing on my new eyebrows. If I hadn't glued down my natural eyebrows, I wouldn't be able to draw these ones on. Every now and then you might see that I'm getting a little bit of makeup support, and that's because, as I mentioned, I am not a makeup artist. So now all I'm doing is finishing up my look by lining my lips, putting on some lipstick, and throwing on a gloss over top of that. Once that's done, I throw on my dress, take my wig, cut the lace around the front, and I put it over my head. I do also want to point out that I bought this wig for like $15 or $20 the day of, and it's probably one of the best wigs that I own. And once I had everything on, I was ready for my runway walk.